Coming this fall, the story of a grape who refuses to be crushed. One grape to rule them all, and one bottle to bind them.
Whoa, honey, what are you doing?
I was recording an intro.
Okay, that's great, but we got a podcast to do.
Okay.
All right, well, this is We Know Texas Vino.
Hello, We Know Texas Vino listeners. Welcome to episode 40. This episode, we're doing a blind tasting of Tempranillo wine with Chris and Cyn from Edge of the Lake, Kristi and Andrew from Lonesome Vine, and James from OG Cellars. We also had the pleasure of doing this episode at Piaf Kitchen Live in Grapevine, so you have to go check them out. Now, what we did in this blind tasting was have wine from each of the winemakers. Then we had a rogue Tempranillo that was not from Texas. Now, we did this to see if the winemakers could pick their own wine out, and then on top of all that, can they pick out which one is the rogue one? Now, we did have a few little technical issues trying to get the stream and the recording going, so unfortunately, that happened. But we moved forward, and we had fun doing this. So have fun listening to this episode. See how your favorite winemaker fared out in this episode. Cheers.
Now, you're pretty new. I mean, it's pretty new.
We opened the tasting room in February this year.
Wow, so brand new. And we've been out there, and we tried to get my mom to go out there, and we just hit it on the wrong buttons. But we will get her out there for sure. But yeah, we enjoyed being out there with you guys. And then what's your guys' background? Because it's not necessarily wine. Can you remind us where you guys came from?
I was in healthcare marketing for about 20 years of my career in the corporate world. My husband, Andrew, was a petroleum engineer for probably 25 years. So we just started making the transition full-time in 2020.
Beautiful. Hi, Andrew. How you doing, everybody? The quiet assassin.
He's...
How you doing?
Doing great.
Doing great. All right, very good. All right.
So, hey, any more worm poo?
Still making lots of worm food. We doubled our stock since we started.
Double your stock,
Yeah.
huh?
Wow, okay. That's exciting.
Had a
Yeah.
stock split at Lonesome Vine.
So, and then we're going to go across the table to Chris and Cyn, which recently, if y'all don't know this, has recently just got married. So if you see them online, tell them congratulations.
Earlier today. They just got married earlier today.
Oh, yeah, like 5 minutes ago.
Oh, this is the reception.
Y'all are cutting into our honeymoon.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. So go ahead and introduce yourselves.
I'm Chris McIntosh. I'm the winemaker and co-owner at Edge of the Lake Vineyard. I'm here with my lovely bride, Cynthia McIntosh. We go by CMAC Squared, just so everybody knows.
Hey,
Good idea.
you should make a wine called that.
Yeah. Maybe
CM
it's a good thought.
Squared.
You know,
I'm not giving you credit if I do
Cat
that.
Frog Mabedra.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
So tell us about your place real quick.
We're from Edge of the Lake Vineyard, up in Valley View, Texas, on beautiful Lake Ray Roberts. We have a 100-acre property that's all lakefront up there. We have 15 acres under vine, and it's just a beautiful piece of paradise right in the middle of Valley View, Texas. And we've been growing grapes since 2010, and opened our tasting room in February of 2021.
Wow.
So we've made some strides in that short amount of time, and here we are.
Yeah, we've enjoyed your facility and all the people. I think we met a daughter up there who's working hard as well, and just a really nice environment. We've really enjoyed it.
Dagan's making her first wine this year.
Wow.
Oh, wow. That's
She's
right.
making it by numbers and with heavy supervision.
Yeah, right.
She is making the decisions on the wine, and we'll see how it comes out.
Awesome.
I
That is
did
awesome.
tell her if it was really, really good, I'd put my name on it. If it was bad, I'd put her name on it. So,
Wow. Nice. Way to orchestrate.
yeah.
So we got to have your lovely bride talk also. So
Hi, I am Cynthia McIntosh. I am quality control at Edge of the Lake.
this tastes like crap.
This is really good.
Right. Yeah, every time I've seen you, you've been enjoying wine.
I do. I enjoy it.
Yeah, it hasn't been the opposite. It's been
No.
the positive part of that. Yeah.
I am an enjoyer.
Yes, you are. Good.
And then last but not least,
No.
Least.
he doesn't even need an introduction.
Yes, I do.
Okay, maybe he does.
It's flip-flops, dude.
Yeah, it's it's flip flops. Okay,
We'll leave those under the table.
He actually texted me and said, "Should I wear my best flip flops?" And I'm like, "I'm on my bike."
I love that. I think that's great. Flip flops, way to go. Laid back. So introductions.
It's Dallas.
It is
flip
Dallas.
flop.
Yeah.
Flip flops for Dallas. I'm James Hanger with OG Cellars Winery and Vineyard out of Sunset, Texas. My wife was not able to come, so she is at home putting our kids in the bathtub probably right about now. But that's what O and G stand for. My daughter and my son, Olivia and Grayson. Beautiful. Not original gangster.
As he tries to rap earlier today. So
yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's beautiful.
So let's start this off. So who wants to start first? Tell us about how this year's gone. I mean, we had a lot of heat. We had a lot of weird weathers this year. So which one do y'all want to start off and talk about how this year's gone?
Yeah, how's the year gone for you folks? Why don't we start over here?
Yeah, it was a little wet early, so challenging early on. Then after that, it was challenging because it was very dry.
Right.
But for whatever reason, in our vineyard, we harvest early August. So we kind of beat some of the heat by harvesting the first week of August, because we didn't have to go through the rest of the brutal August and brutal September. And then we were fortunate because we bud broke about 2 weeks later than our average this year. Because I think some of the things that we're doing in the vineyard, and we didn't get any frost, late frost. So vineyard wise, it went great.
Again, folks, we're all doing this live, so it's okay. You're good, and you're on camera, so you can act a fool and never know it. Well, so that's great that y'all did that. We had a wet beginning of the year, and then a dry year, and then it just got wet again all of a sudden. So, what did y'all harvest out of y'all's vineyard this year?
Well, we did about 1.5 to 2 tons. I can't remember exactly what it was, but right around there. It was about half of what we did last year because we're changing some of our techniques, going to regenerative farming, not doing a lot of fungicides and stuff like that. So it was kind of a test year for us. We think we have enough wine to keep us going, so we decided to sacrifice a little bit of our crop to do some testing in the vineyard to see how we can do things we can do to not do as many sprays.
Right.
So we're not spraying any herbicides. And this year we didn't spray any fungicides. We sprayed one time the whole year. So that impacted the crop, but we learned a lot. We learned what vines are more susceptible to fungus than others. And our Mourvedre never even got touched. We never had any fungus on it. We never sprayed anything this year, which surprised me. Grenache, on the other hand, got hit hard. So, and then Tempranillo was about the middle of the road. Those are all the mature vines we have right now, and then everything else is pretty young vines.
So this is the year of learning. I mean, you really set your sights on what can we learn and then implement in the future. That's beautiful.
Testing out some of our some theories on going 100% regenerative where we're not spraying fungicides. So it was a good test year. I think we're going to get there. May have to spray again. Early spray next year, we'll see, but I think we'll eventually be able to get rid of it.
That's great. Awesome. So overall, great year, 2023. Was it an A minus, A plus, B plus? How do you feel about it? Overall, just all the hard work, sweat equity, everything.
It's hard for me to judge because we're changing so much.
Yes.
Compared to other years, I think obviously we didn't harvest as much, so it's not an A plus, but a lot of learning, so I'd give it a B.
Okay, very good. Well, it's exciting, yeah.
So, Kristi, what's your thought on that?
Well, I was just going to say B also.
B also, yes.
Maybe B minus.
Oh, come on. Be a B plus. Come on. Ever be a B plus.
Beautiful.
Okay, so
at least they're honest.
At least they're honest.
Yeah.
Other than that, it was a great year for us because we opened our tasting room this year.
That was so much fun.
Yes.
We love your tasting room.
So, how is that going? Are y'all getting a lot of good foot traffic? Are y'all meeting a lot of good people?
So I wouldn't say a ton of foot traffic yet.
Not fruit.
Not fruit. Not a ton of foot traffic yet because we're reservation only, so our temporary tasting room's a little bit smaller. But slowly but surely, we've gotten a lot of repeat customers and a lot of new customers coming on board. Our wine club is growing. We're meeting a lot of new people at the festivals that we're doing on weekends. So I have a really optimistic outlook on next year. I think it's going to be a really good year.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Lots of help from our friends at the table here, sending people out.
Yes.
That's beautiful. Teamwork all the way across the board.
And that's probably one of the best things I love about Texas winemakers is everybody's friendly to everybody. It's all family.
Yep.
It's not a competition.
Right.
It's not it's an industry that we all are like, yes, let's help. Let's
Yeah.
the masses.
Yeah, it's one of the coolest lessons that we've learned. Just absolutely incredible how so many people can be so cooperative when there is a competitive spirit. I mean, I know you guys pretty well. There's a little competitive spirit, and yet you kind of table that a little bit and say, "Listen, we're going to help each other out, especially some places that have had some catastrophic weather issues and Mother Nature." So, pretty awesome. Well, good. Well, congratulations, you guys. We're excited for you. Very cool.
Thank you.
So right now, we're going to take our first break on wine drinking. Okay. So right now, Erica's going around and she is pouring. What letter are you pouring? She is pouring X. Okay.
X.
We're not telling you who
Don't
it is.
cheat. Don't look at the bottles.
It's Tempranillo X.
It's Tempranillo.
Oh, I like that. There you go.
So, all right. So while Erica is pouring this, I want to explain the game here.
Okay, the game. Here we go. The
All
game.
right, so the game is we are pouring Tempranillo. This is all Tempranillo. Everybody at this table has brought at least 2 bottles of Tempranillo. Now, in this bottle of Tempranillos, we have a rogue Tempranillo, as we discussed before game.
Pre-game.
Your job in this game is to find your Tempranillo, and then also figure out which one is the rogue Tempranillo.
And my guess is they'll be pretty good at this because they're the experts. So yeah, smell it, taste it,
I
feel
was
it,
told
touch it.
there'd be no math.
Well, there is chemistry in this, by the way. Okay,
One hopes.
let's not curse this.
Hey, Will, you have no idea, Will. You have no idea which one they
I
are.
have no idea.
Okay,
So
very good.
have y'all already stepped out of y'all's glasses yet?
Cheers. No.
Cheers.
Oh, love it. Kristi's taking notes. You gotta love that. I love it. Salute. Salute. Ah, cheers. Right at your game. Yeah. Thank you guys for being here. Salute. Beautiful. All right, so we're smelling it. We're tasting it.
Smelling it.
Are you really taking notes?
She is.
She's an expert over
She's
there.
studious.
She can tear half this one off.
There you go.
What are we supposed to be?
These are my notes, but yeah.
Is it a red wine? No.
It tastes
I
red.
think it's like a Steve Martin or something like that. I think it's a red wine.
So again, this is all new, what we're doing here. So I'm learning how to do all this at the same time. There you go. Are you good there about playing with the microphone?
I think I keep bumping it, actually.
Hey, Chris, at least the first time we did ours with you, it was 1 microphone and not 6.
Yeah.
We've evolved. Seriously evolved.
Yeah.
That warms my belly. That's good. So, Will, why don't you describe what you're experiencing, and then maybe they can comment as well.
So I'm tasting it's a red wine.
Right. Very good.
It's a little. I'm getting like some oak out of it.
Maybe some grapes.
Maybe some grapes. Yes, maybe some grapes.
Killing me. I love it. All right. That's very good.
So
that warmed my belly nicely.
What about you, Michael?
I love it. I think it's amazing. Definitely Tempranillo. Yeah, it's just wonderful. I love the taste. I love I like how it finishes, which is also very good for me.
Passing it down. What are y'all getting out of it? Get y'all's review.
So someone at this table made this wine. Someone.
Or not.
Or not.
Or is it the rogue one?
Is it the rogue one?
Oh.
Hey, mine's still in the barrel at home. Okay.
She's fun. She's fun. That's what we should run. So
that'd have been judgmental very bad.
How do we want to do this? Go around and maybe have a guess?
Well, yes.
So maybe go reverse order
So,
here.
hey, James.
Yes.
All right. So, what's your thoughts? Just preliminary thoughts.
E equals MC squared.
You said no math. That's
Yeah,
physics, I guess.
that's-
Physics.
All right. So, what's your preliminary guess on this right now?
I'm not ready to make that call. See this? It's going to get down to here before it gets down to that call.
Well,
There's no way.
okay. So, all
Dude,
right, ma'am. So you go ahead.
I just want to be able to go back. Okay.
So,
Chris is a perfectionist. All right. Who's next?
all right. So,
Who else wants to?
so Erica's going to go over here and pour some more.
Okay. Oh, this is a second glass then?
Yeah, she's pouring a second glass.
Comparative
Yes.
second glass.
Comparative second glass.
Okay.
All
So,
right. So while Erica's doing that, so
Okay.
Chris, so tell us how this year went for you.
This year harvest was excellent at our vineyard.
Except that somebody cut their finger.
I think, just like Andrew said, we had a lot of early season rain. Bud break was a little variant compared to what it was in previous years. I think everybody panicked because of the heat. And we were no different. This year we harvested part of our Grenache for our first estate rosé. So that came off safely. We actually sold some Tempranillo, about 3 tons of Tempranillo to another vineyard for their rosé. I think overall we pulled about 17, 18 tons of fruit off of our vineyard.
Wow, that's awesome.
Which is the largest that we've done so far. I think some of us probably fell victim to this too with our High Plains fruit, being encouraged to harvest. And I pushed back a lot towards the end, and it paid off on the last couple
Good
of
for
varieties.
you, dude.
Yeah, we didn't harvest Petit Verdot from High Plains until October 11th.
Wow.
And that's the latest I've ever brought in.
awesome.
Wow.
And it really did pay off. It paid off.
Really?
We got that little last bit of rain. Decided to wait it out for the fruit to come back up. And fruit was good, so pretty happy with it.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
That's way later than I expected.
Yeah,
for
because I
sure.
thought y'all already pulled that by the 8th of September.
But no, October 11th.
October 11th.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very good.
October 11th.
Beautiful. So grade your year then as well, Chris. How did it go?
I think overall fruit quality and the quantity that we brought in, I pretty much got everything that I contracted in High Plains. And we brought in excess from our own vineyard, so I'd give it a 9, an easy 9.
We have a new system. Originally it was an A. But
Well, that's a 90. That's an A.
That is an A.
Okay.
90 is an A.
Okay.
A minus, but it is an A nonetheless. Yeah.
Technically A minus. But that's
So-
fine.
I got
James, you're going to use 5 stars, 4 stars, 3 stars. So
Pass fail.
Okay, so now
Keep it simple.
the one we're tasting now is letter O.
oh, there's letter O.
Tempranillo.
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 I love it. So
X's
this is
and
the
O's.
second one here.
Yes,
All right.
it is the second one.
So what order?
So the one on the
Oh,
left
wow.
is
This is gonna be
number
tough.
1.
Oh, wow, that is going to be tough.
It's really tough.
You're waiting for O.
Oh, okay. Did you get O down there?
Oh, man.
This is yours.
She gave you a bigger pour. You might need to get a hotel room tonight.
So,
Are you complaining you got a bigger pour?
so the second glass has
Andrew
been
got a
poured.
huge pour. He has to drive home tonight.
Yeah.
Size matters.
Does it?
What'd you say down there?
Erica?
We were about to fight over that glass.
Oh,
Well, it's on camera, so it'd been all right.
everyone,
All right, everybody has a second one.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. All right, so what's your preliminary thoughts on this one, sir?
Well, I love it. I think they're both amazing, of course. I wouldn't say anything other than that, but I love it. I mean, I've had their wines before, and I always go back. It's so much fun. So but for me to differentiate, that's going to be difficult. I think their noses, their palates are going to be way more defined and fine-tuned than mine, but I love it.
Well, I know that very first one on X, I got a really, really heavy oak taste out of it. I mean, it was like really prominent in my mouth.
Fantastic.
So
Absolutely
what's your
love
thoughts down there?
it. All right.
A
Yeah.
little bit, but very similar flavors on both of them, I think.
Well, I think we're going to get that because we're all Tempranillos.
Well, yeah, but different
I'm just going to throw that out
different
there.
styles.
I'll be here all week.
So again, I want to thank P.R. for allowing us to come out here and
Sure.
do this.
Yeah, they're amazing.
And it's just we're having a great time out here.
Yep.
You know,
Well, they're so hospitable and open-minded, and I look back, we like Texas wines, and
Oh, yes.
yeah, they're always showcasing that for us. That's pretty cool.
Definitely.
He is in
Yeah,
Victor?
they're our new friends.
Okay, so which one is
X's and O's.
X's and O's?
X
yes.
and O. And Erica, we got one now.
What do you?
You share that with everyone?
All right, so Erica's pouring V now.
Oh, V. Okay, the V. So, do we have enough glasses?
I can tell you.
We got more over here behind us.
Okay. Okay, very good.
Why do you have an
I
empty one? Did you already
drink
drink
more
that
on the
one too
first one,
fast?
so I know. You're
That was
right.
this person's.
This
that
is
first
My wife.
Oh, we got to drink one for her though.
There we go. Cool.
What would you like?
I was gonna give this to Erica.
Oh. I thought you were moving the plate
Is this
like you
glass
wanted
number
something to
three?
eat.
Glass number 3?
And this is another.
This is V.
V.
So this is
Vino.
V.
All right. Vino.
We know Texas Vino.
Love it.
Did you pour some for you?
She'll share.
Okay, so everybody got V down there, right?
Nope.
We're on V now.
Yes, we're on V
Keep them in
now.
order. Keep them in order.
Just love it here.
So, V, I've tried this one real quick.
All right, who did not get V? Anybody got V?
And then we have one more.
Yeah, one more.
Four. Yeah, so one road, 3 winemakers' wines here tonight.
And if you can't see it on the camera, if you'll notice, right here, Kristi down here is actually taking notes, and she's the only one at the table doing this.
She is the studious one. A+ for her. A+.
And then Chris looks at me like, where's my piece of paper?
No.
Well, next time we do this, we'll be more prepared.
You got it
We'll
all
bring
up here.
paper for everyone. Yeah,
None of us knew what to expect coming into this.
we still don't.
You should have brought us paper.
Yeah.
Well, again, this is all new to me. And
This was fun.
every time we've done this podcast, everything has been on the fly. And it's been successful so far, knock on wood.
You guys are a great team.
Well, not everything's on the fly. Someone does notes for the podcast.
Yeah, so Michael does do the notes.
Which Will rarely looks at, but that's all right. Okay, so third one, folks, feedback. What is this, V?
Yeah, this is V. So let's go to the end of the table down there. What's your thoughts on this one right now?
Full body, very oaky,
Okay,
large
oak.
oak impact. I even get some vanilla coming through on the nose, maybe even a little touch of floral. Heavy body,
Yes.
fuller body.
Yep. I got the floral.
You feel American oak? I think French.
Interesting. Wow.
I feel
Great
Canadian
knowledge.
oak.
Canadian oak.
So while we're taking this little wine break right here, I also want to give thanks to our sponsors, Texas Wine Lover. As all y'all know, I hope y'all had claimed y'all spot on the app.
Well, I'm sure they have.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's just such a great app that's out there.
We love those guys.
Yeah, we love those.
And the more I keep hearing about them from other winemakers as well and ownership, it's just they are powerful, man. That is a great tool. What a great tool. We love that so much. Very cool.
And then of course, have y'all listened to our episode last week we did with Tiffany Toby, the Texas Psalm?
All their hands went up.
Tiffany Toby.
Oh, I haven't heard it yet.
I'm still waiting for the Valley View one.
Which one?
Valley View?
Yeah, so that's going to take a little time to edit. That's like 4 hours. I'm sitting there editing.
I know. Same thing. How's that Valley View going, Will? How's Valley View going?
I've been telling people about it.
Now just give them a look. Like, this is the look.
So some people are going to Grape Camp next week.
Oh,
That's
fun.
a long drive. So we know Texas Vinos listens
Podcast.
are going.
There you go.
They're going to skyrocket.
Oh, good call.
Because that's what we do on our way to love it.
Yeah.
We know Texas.
Nice.
Oh, I love it.
Podcast is on the way.
So just give it a couple of days.
Yahoo. That's cool.
Traveling winemakers.
I love it. Wine camp.
So Erica now is giving out
This is number 4. And it's what? Cross?
letter T.
We got XOV plus.
Plus. It's supposed to be, I don't know, I was just making initials. So you guys, trying to be creative.
I just need to know if number plus or letter
Plus.
symbol plus
Symbol?
is for sale. I need it.
Oh, you already had it? You already
Okay,
had
so
it?
I'm going to tell you the letter plus is actually mine.
Are you selling all your wine that you're making?
Sold.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
That is good. So can you go ahead and preliminary say that you probably know who the winemaker is in this one?
I don't know.
So-
I don't know.
It's
any
tough.
of them.
It is really, I think I have an idea, but I can't wait to talk more about it. So we've all had 4 wines, and we all had been able to taste them and smell them and write notes about them and articulate what you're going to say here. So we'll start, Chris, let's start with you, bud. So you've had all 4. This is your idea. Great idea, by the way. Great idea. So what have you learned, and what can you teach us right now about these four? You don't have to disclose which one's which, but what are some differences? Obviously similarities, but what are some of the things you've noticed?
The first one's probably the highest alcohol of them,
Okay.
of all of them,
All right.
for sure. The second one is a little more muted and more fruit forward.
Okay.
I think the third one, of course, me and Kristi are deciding difference on what oak was
Which
used.
oak?
All right.
But it's obviously a little more heavily oak.
Okay.
And it's got a nose. I'm getting coconut. She's getting vanilla.
Wow,
so
I did not get coconut. I'm gonna try that real quick.
I'm going back and I'm trying this all over again. And this very first one, like when I smell it, it's like I smell heavy oak.
So when it opened up for me, now it punches me in the face with fruit.
Really?
The first one?
The first one.
I don't get that. I get smoke.
There's definitely
Wow.
Heavy smoke.
On the nose?
And then the fourth one, Chris.
The fourth one's really smooth, but I think the acid's a little bit higher.
Fourth?
Yeah. Not in a bad way at all. It's got a little bit more
Okay.
acidicness to it.
This is so hard.
I know.
That's
I wish
tough.
you could see each one is a completely different color too.
And see, and this is why
Has anybody been able to decipher their own yet?
Yes,
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm ready to
Well, I would be shocked.
Do we need a Rochambeau for who's this?
Rochambeau. You said it right, my friend.
The other
Rochambeau.
one, I can't. He does James does so many Tempranillos, it depends on which one he brought.
Yeah.
I think I know which one is theirs, and
Yeah.
I know which one is mine, but I'm not sure between him and the road.
Wow.
So
Are we guessing now?
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
I
How
wonder-
confident are you,
Alright.
Jay?
Don't build me up there, man.
Are you confident?
Can I say first though, these were all really good
Yeah.
wines.
Absolutely.
Very well made wines.
Yes.
Yes.
So, one of the reasons why I wanted to do this is to prove that you can take one grape and it's so many different flavors. I mean, that's just true. 100%. Yes, they're all 100% Texas, except for maybe James. He might be a little alien, but,
Well, I agree with Kristi, though. They're all really good, but they each have one unique little something that gets you, right? When you try it.
1% Texas, thank you.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, I missed it.
What's that?
Did you give away the mystery wine was Texas?
Nope.
The mystery
We
wine.
haven't said anything yet.
The mystery wine is not Texan.
It's not.
It's not.
Oh,
It's an American.
How much money you got? Well, I pulled it out of my stock. I will tell you, I'm a Texas wine advocate, but I got an opportunity to
don't talk anymore.
buy a bunch of wine from some other continents, and so this is one from a different continent, I believe.
Oh, see now
Does that continent start with an S?
that continent starts with an A.
Antarctica?
Yes.
It starts with an A and ends with an A?
Yes.
Do you get to bleep any of this out when you're editing?
Oh yeah, we do.
Actually,
All right. Well, I guess
Some of these are pretty powerful.
So I just want to say we just got a comment.
we did.
My mom actually said,
For my
"Don't
mom.
drink too much."
Maybe your mom is watching. Can she hear
My
us?
mom just sent me the same message.
Can she hear us?
Yes.
Okay. So hi. Hello. She's awesome. I like that picture we got of her.
Yeah.
That was really
That was a
fun.
good picture.
That was a great picture. Yeah.
Look at the colors.
Okay, so now
Beautiful.
we hadn't talked to James yet.
Okay.
We hadn't talked to James
I'm
about
not a
his.
talker.
Oh,
James has been enjoying the food and the wine, enjoying his time.
kind of fruit that I associate with smoke. I don't know.
The
This is a
first?
very tough call.
Fruit.
There's a lot of similarities in these wines, but there are some. There are some very
Yes.
very good differences as
no,
well.
we're talking about your year now. How was your year?
Oh, my year.
Yeah.
We said pass fail, right? So I'm going to go
Yeah, I
pass.
see what
No,
you're
you're
saying.
supposed to be a 4 or 5 star.
It's gonna be pass. Started off great. We got that rain that we so desperately crave.
Yep.
And then it kept raining, and then it just decided just to be a scorcher. So our fruit got blessed, and then it got cursed, and and everybody panicked, like was said earlier. Bravo for holding out there on the end there.
That's cool.
I had several harvests that I wish would have maybe gone a few more days, maybe a week. So, but that's live and learn and grow.
Well, you can't pass fail, so give yourself a grade. Give yourself a grade.
Well, my own vineyard was looking really good this year. I think I harvested 2 raccoons and a rabbit. I didn't want to shoot the bird because it was not in season.
That's right.
But
can edit.
Not when you're live.
So, but like I said, a lot of learning going on that. And my vineyard is right now. There's Viognier and Tempranillo. And I'm playing with 2 different clones on each, and I'm still trying to, kind of see if one clone is going to be more suited for my area of North Texas than another one. It's not just enough sometimes to pick the right rootstock. When I planted the vineyard in 2017, I thought I could outsmart Mother Nature.
And you found out you was wrong. Huh?
Oh, I found out Mother Nature said, "Hold my beer," and so learned that lesson real quick. And so then it just really comes down to, there are so many clones. And you can call UC Davis, and you know what? They're not going to know what's going to be good for here. They'll tell you what's good in California. So we really are mavericks out here. Yep. And there are some pioneers, and hopefully some of the ones that are still around can impart knowledge to the rest of us. We lost a couple good ones lately. Here in North Texas, if anybody listening has notes from Dr. Bobby, I will pay. Dr. Bobby was from Buena Vita, and he started growing grapes in the Springtown area back in the late 70s. He has tried more varietals than anybody else in North Texas by far.
Wow. Was that Brushy Creek?
No, it was Buena Vita was what it was called over in Springtown. Now that was Les Constable, who also had a lot of different varietals that he tried, and he was actually high on Tannat before anybody in the Hill Country was. Wow. You couldn't buy a red wine from Les that didn't have at least 5% Tannat in it. That was his secret ingredient.
Right on.
But I don't know. I still think Tempranillo is going to be one of the best ones for North Texas, even if might have to ask Andrew here how he got his bud break to go back about 2 weeks, because that's always the killer with Tempranillo in North Texas. Tempranillo is not, it translates to the early one,
right?
And bud breaks early. Usually in my vineyard, it's around March 23rd, and there's usually an Easter freeze. So this year I got past that. It got down to about 31 for maybe 45 minutes in my vineyard. And so I had very minimal damage at all. A few leaves may have gotten a little frost damage, and that was it.
Nice.
But I'm at 1,100 feet above sea level, where most of the areas around me is about 600 feet. So I think that helps a little bit.
There you go. Yeah.
So now ultimately then, what's your grade for your year? So we have a B-, we have a 98 over here. Or what's your
Okay, B.
90.
You say 90. So
a 9 out of 10.
So now you get to use stars.
All right. I am I'm grading on a bell curve.
Okay.
And so we will go in between the two, and I'm going to throw in an outlier of a D for this person, and we're gonna call it a B.
A B.
A B.
So is that 3.5 stars?
Yeah. Do the math right. Yeah.
It's about 3.5.
Well, 3.79. That gets you up in that territory.
It's like high. 3.145.
Right. Well, then what I'm hearing is there's lots of room for improvement and learning, and we're going to continue to grow and just master what we're trying to master.
If Hornbaker was here, he could probably tell you every digit in pi.
All right. So you talked about how your year went, how successful, some of the failures and all that. So what is the funniest thing that happened to this year in your vineyard? Like any little funny little things that happened. Now I know Chris has got one because I was actually part of that funny one.
Oh, you're talking about when I had a volunteer try to chop off his finger within the first 5 minutes? Harvest?
That's right. That's right.
You said funny.
Yeah, it was funny because it was Will.
Yeah. Because he literally, when I told him I cut myself, he literally said, I knew it was going to be you, the first one to cut yourself.
Did you go for the duct tape? He was just like
Literally, he lasted 5 minutes. He came back home.
Oh, that's classic. That's classic.
Hey,
So-
and it's part of our school. Like, you will cut
Yeah.
your finger.
Yes.
Make sure you know where they're at. Don't cut your partner's finger. Be careful. At least you didn't cut off one of the little old lady's fingers.
You're gonna switch next
True,
year
at least
to
it was his
the
own.
blades. They can't do that.
Well, and then we turned around and went over
Mesh
to
gloves
Lisa, and I harvested over to Lisa, and she gave me the safety cutters.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what Chris will do next
We
time
have
for
those
sure.
now.
Probably
Yeah, right.
still have
Yeah.
garden scissors, don't you?
That's smart. I was just going to say
Make sure
that.
they'll let you run scale.
Oh, left-handed scissors.
I tried to help Chris press because he was doing his rosé that day, and he said, "Don't touch nothing but the buckets."
I don't even
I
require
believe that.
shoes.
I
You
don't
can
believe
press
that.
it.
That's funny. I should have remembered that.
Yeah, you were too focused. So you literally handed me a bucket and said, "This is what you need." That's it.
So that is hilarious, Will, that you were the one that dinged your finger. That's so classic. James, what about you? Anything funny? Anything crazy happened this year?
Not that I can say on air.
Oh my!
We can bleep.
No, I'm not going to out anybody.
I think James was the first bleep. I think we got our first bleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, first bleep. Yep.
All right.
I'm surprised it wasn't Andrew.
Really?
No, Andrew said he said worm poo.
Yeah.
Wait, I have a story too.
This year was challenging.
Challenging with keeping your clean mouth, or
No, that's never a challenge. That's never a challenge. I get my mouth washed out with soap all the time. It's fine. No, it's a challenge between growers and wineries.
Yeah.
I think this was a year that a lot of our growers out in West Texas really put a premium price on fruit. So fruit was a lot more expensive this year, and so that caused a lot of wineries to pause and have to reevaluate how much they're ordering and what they're ordering. There was a lot of fruit that got left on the vines, and
what I
people
heard.
came in the end and kind of swooped them up and got some pretty good deals.
that's what I heard.
So there needs to be more conversation between wineries and growers. Maybe that'll happen at Grape Camp next week. Perfect. We'll see. Am I going to be there? No.
So we're having this conversation without you.
I am voicing it now so that someone else can pick
This
up
is your
the
James, it sounds like
contribution.
a really good way to get cut out of the scenario.
I'm passing the torch.
Well, honestly,
Meredith Eaton.
Whoa. We didn't have to go there.
She's cool.
She is cool.
She's amazing.
She is cool. I mean,
Does everybody know what grape camp even is?
oh yeah. So, who wants to speak up? Explain grape camp.
What's
Have y'all been before?
Grape camp.
This will be my first year attending Grape Camp, but it's put on by Toga.
I've been many times.
No,
We've been.
you've been. Okay.
So this is the first time it's going to be out in the high plains. It's usually down in the hill country. And Grape Camp's a great informational session. It's on the first day is always for newbies, new growers, new information for people that want to start a vineyard. Second day is usually for the more experienced growers, whoever's done it, and any questions you might have. Lots of good topics, good information, and they've always got a few vendors out there as well with ag products to help you in your vineyards and whatnot. And it's a pretty good networking deal.
Nice.
So a lot of wine gets drank.
That's beautiful.
That's always beautiful.
That's beautiful.
And a lot of knowledge gets passed on. So I mean, it's you can't stress it enough for anybody that wants to start a vineyard, is thinking of starting a vineyard.
Yeah.
And after everybody's already tried to talk you out of it, and you're still gung ho, go to Grape Camp. Really see what you're getting into by talking to the people that have done it and just done it recently. You'll meet people there that are in their second year, third year, or 20th year.
Wow.
And they can answer any question you really have about if you're wanting to start growing grapes in Texas. Because the hardest part about growing grapes in Texas is our schools.
Yes.
So we have Texas Tech, we have A&M, we have Grayson College, which all of us went to. For enology and viticulture. The textbooks that we studied, I think mine was from Virginia. What were y'all from Virginia for enology and grape growing?
My what?
Your textbook for viticulture while you were at Grayson.
It was,
The
we
Virginia-
had several
West
different.
Virginia or Virginia one. It was purple. I don't know.
No,
That was
mine
one we
wasn't
had.
bad. Mine wasn't bad.
Wasn't that one? Well, that's good then, because that was the problem is you're learning the basic concepts, but it's not exactly apples to apples when you're having to take textbooks from other areas.
Right.
And so every year, the more data that we have, the more stuff they can produce, the better the information is from like making less mistakes in our vineyards.
Gotcha.
Like trying to outsmart Mother Nature, things like that.
I love it.
All right, so now somebody on the far end of this table here, they had a funny story they want to say.
You guys have a good story?
Yeah, we do have a good vineyard story, and actually Andrew and I both thought of the same exact one.
Oh,
so he's a better storyteller. Well, it's fun because he's kind of making fun of me in it. So I'm gonna let him tell the story.
Yeah, so early on to start the year off, it started off great because we're spreading our warm season cover crop. This is early, April-ish. Getting that spread out, and it's all about timing with cover crops. You need to get it out there before the rain comes. So once you spread the seed, you get the good rain. So we were in a rush. It was going to rain the next day. So we've got a couple high school kids from Forestburg to help us, but they usually had to leave. Got to leave. So Kristi had to take over the spreading.
Okay.
Because I was doing something more important. Because that's
Finishing the tasting
more
room.
important.
Building the tasting room.
I always do the important stuff, and Kristi's got to do the
ingredients. That was more important.
Anyway, so Kristi's out there with a headlamp and one of those little Scott's spreaders like you use in your yard to spread fertilizer, but we dump a 50-pound bag of seed in it every row. So we laid out all the bags of seed at the end of the rows. So Kristi's going down the rows with a little headlamp, and she sees some eyes in the road directly in front of her, standing there. It's like it's standing its ground; it wouldn't move. So it's not a rabbit. So,
Staring back at me.
Yeah, staring at her.
Was it gnarling at you?
Head level?
No, it was
Skunk.
small.
Oh, skunk. They are mischievous.
Yeah. See,
did you get zapped?
So no.
So then I yell for the dogs, of course. Gus, Deets, Gus,
no,
Deets.
you should not have done that. Bad idea.
Well, they've learned how to kill skunks without getting sprayed directly.
Can we send our dogs to you for
But-
Training.
I'm going to give y'all Great Pyrenees if y'all want it.
It's like
They've learned to kill skunks without them. They spray when they die.
Yeah, they spray when they die.
Like
Well, they don't get direct hit.
There you go.
yeah.
Anyway,
Smart dog.
I'm just curious.
I swear they
I'm all for
do.
it.
They know how to do it.
Okay.
Okay, so not only is Lonesome Vine will provide you grapes, but they'll train your dogs on how to kill skunks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Without getting hit.
so what happened?
Well, the bad part of the story was that I had the headlamp on, and the only thing I could see was
She got to witness the murder of
I
two
had to
skunks.
see what all went down because I had the headlamp and it all went down right in front of me.
Hold on, wait
It's like a bad movie.
Pause for just a second here. So this skunk sprayed in y'all's vineyard, correct?
No, they were just in the vineyard. They hadn't sprayed yet.
Okay,
And I called the dogs.
I'm looking at my.
So she
line.
witnessed Cujos tearing apart some skunks.
Yeah, I had no option because my headlamp was right in front of me, and I had to watch this whole thing go down.
Oh my goodness.
Oh
It was
my
awful.
goodness.
So the question remains: since they didn't spray, what'd you do with the pelts?
What?
Pelts. Yeah, we made
Pelts.
some hats.
You make some-
Daniel
David
Boone.
Crockett.
I love it.
yeah.
Well, that was
Daniel
raccoon.
Boone.
That was raccoon.
We're selling them now in the tasting room.
Pepe Le Pew.
Okay.
Crunch time.
All
It's
right.
crunch time.
So now, are you ready for the reveal?
I think we have to have a systematic way of doing this.
Okay, we have a systematic. All right, so
Y'all have your wine in order. It looks like most of you follow
Yes.
directions, which we made up on the spot.
yes. So
Can
we're going.
I say that first off before you go down this round? That it is more than fair to ask us to pick our own, but it's less than fair to ask you to pick out there too. I will still do
Oh,
it.
totally. I can.
It-
I have no idea.
I can pick out mine. I'm almost certain, but I
agree.
stand to be
Yeah.
wrong.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
what I want you to do. I want you to pick your own
Okay,
out,
picking out theirs,
and then I want you to pick out the rogue one.
Yeah, what about if we guess on the rogue one?
Yes, the bonus will be the rogue one.
If you don't
Well,
know the
I'll tell
other
you
two, how do you know the road?
Well, here
This
you
is
go.
not Texas. It's not
Let's
Texas.
a little fun right out of the gate.
Yeah.
We have 4 glasses of wine. They're in order.
Yeah.
Lift the Rogue wine.
Rogue?
Lift the Rogue.
The one that we're guessing.
I'm thinking the first one.
Oh, what? Oh, never
Oh,
mind.
I said the
I think
fourth.
the third.
I'm third.
Okay, third. What about you, Cynthia?
Okay.
Third. Hang on.
She's got to retaste again.
I'm going to say 4.
Okay, 4.
X.
X, which is
Oh,
which
this
one?
is plus.
X was the first one.
X is the first one.
Okay, first.
Yeah, I'm calling X.
Yours is.
I'm fourth.
Third.
Third.
I'm calling X.
Okay, so.
Go ahead and pull the bottle up here and open it.
Well,
No, don't reveal it yet.
Unveil it.
Well,
Yeah, which one was Rogue?
well, which one's the Rogue? Is V Rogue? Okay, so V. Which one's V?
Third.
Third one.
Third one.
V was
Cheers. Did you say
Rogue?
third?
I said 3.
I gotta
Hey, some of us
swear up there.
Let's go
Some of us know what we're doing.
We were able to get out the Spanish wine.
All right, well then.
So, don't open it, Erica. What is it? You took the whole label off?
Oh, no. Which one is that?
That's ours.
Which number?
That was V.
Letter.
Number 3.
V.
B is ours because I brought 2 bottles and one of them missed a label, and I just brought that one here knowing we weren't going to sell it. So the no labeled is Lonesome Vine.
Well, it's fine. That's
Which
V.
one did you think yours was?
Number 3.
Okay.
Oh,
look at that.
Very good. Oh, buddy.
So the rogue one is, that's, okay, so we need to read it.
So what is the Rogue one?
Yeah, what is the rogue one?
What was the fourth one you
Well, hang
poured?
on.
Don't open it yet.
Don't. We now know what number 3 is.
Thank God Kristi took notes.
Uh-oh.
Hang on.
It's okay, me and Kristi were
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Everybody look this way.
The plot thickens.
Holy Toledo.
Again, no cheating.
Is this Florida?
No cheating. No,
Are
this
we
is
having,
Arizona.
are we having a recount?
This is
Arizona.
This is Arizona. You know, y'all did hear about the news about the Rangers not winning the World Series, right?
Okay, I see what happened.
They said the Rangers didn't win the World Series because they were
So
waiting
did
to
they.
recount.
You resolved it?
I resolved it.
Okay, Erica has information.
Okay, so all right.
So wait, did they get their
I
get
think
their
it's
own
mine.
line or not?
Number 4 I thought was the Rogue. So did you.
We all know now.
Do we?
The label was
Lonesome
Lonesome
Vine.
Vine.
And that
Okay,
was B,
congratulations.
right?
That was
Yeah.
number 3. All right.
Okay.
So then the 3 of us.
Oops. Let's pretend we won.
Yes.
No.
We want to know what the Rogue is.
I thought
The
you
Rogue. We want to know Rogue.
Wait a minute. So Andrew didn't even get his?
No.
R1?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Or did you copy her notes?
said they have notes.
No, he went with number 1.
I
He
had a
thought.
maybe on that.
so. What you guys thought was X or plus? Yeah, plus. It's also.
Well, which one is it? The fourth glass?
Cheers, girl.
Leave it
It's
to
from
the
Spain?
ladies.
The fourth
You and I were the
glass.
only ones that got that right.
Ladies got
Thank
that
you.
right.
Hello.
It was.
Rioja.
It was. I
Not
knew.
Asian.
No. Not.
Where's it from?
Where's it from? Rio?
Spain.
Spain.
Rioja.
Spanish, yeah.
Which is famous for their Tempranillo.
Right.
So
I think,
what?
Chris, did you say Spain? Did you say earlier Spain?
For the record, Kristi and I were right. That this
Hey, the
number
I will never argue with
symbol
it.
plus.
For the record, there's no record of that.
Just scratch it up for the record.
I'll give both of you
All this
kudos.
recording, no record.
I love it.
Oh, so we delete
love
this?
That's awesome.
So I need to delete this recording?
Okay, so
What's next?
now why don't
No.
we have
All right, so that means we got one.
So that means one of these is
not
mine
guessed
and one of these
so
is
it's 1 and
yours.
2.
I think I know what 1 and 2 are, but I
Okay,
actually guess.
so I'm going to do this. So since I messed up on number 1, I have a very good idea now who number 1 is.
I know 1 and 2.
I think number 1 is actually
Well,
James, and number 2 is Chris's.
I think the opposite.
I think the opposite.
All right. So
Totally guessing.
Number 1 is mine.
Number one
it's
is definitely not
number
mine.
one. It is not number 1. It's X.
oh, I'm sorry.
Whatever. X.
This
I don't
is
know
your
who came up.
game.
we have to do better with our acronyms and our letters and
I
our
think
numbers.
the O goes into the OG.
Here we go. Here
Yeah.
we go. Here we go.
That's what I think.
Number 1?
Are you serious? Like, that's.
100%.
I feel like crap now.
Yasmin!
So the winemakers got it.
Yes.
Yeah, nice job, guys.
So wait, which one you thought-
Yasmin. And Fabian, for allowing us to do this here.
Thank you. Good.
Awesome.
I wonder if they have time to taste.
You want to taste the wine? You want to join us?
The owners.
Yes, I want to taste this. Yeah. Tell us.
Already tried the Grenache.
But these are Tempranillos.
Those are Tempranillos that they brought from Lonesome Vine.
You want to try all 4 of them?
Three of them.
Oh, not the
Fourth one.
I'll keep in trouble with it. You take some vitamins for
Well, I feel very shameful now because really your Tempranillo, I've never tasted that before out of your Tempranillo, so that's why I was having. I thought it was James's because he oaks his stuff,
So, what years are James's and Chris's?
Yes.
Mine's 21.
Oh.
Chris's was 21, so that was the X. X 21, O
2018.
18.
Wow.
And LV was 19. So that plays a factor too because they're different vintages.
That's right.
And that was with the questions that you guys asked earlier, what this year posed for winemakers, grape growers, but the other ones too.
And all 3 were estate Tempranillos?
No.
No.
Mine was estate.
Oh, interesting.
And James, was yours?
No,
said
mine
no.
was not.
Oh, okay.
Mine was High
I
Plains.
misread the rules. I thought you were there. No,
That's not fair to us.
no, I was just kidding. I don't know if it is.
Our first brawl on the podcast.
Well, but the estates, actually, honestly, I picked it out because our estate I can pick up anywhere because the pepper's more prominent than the High Plains.
What's the alcohol on X?
15.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, wow.
You're welcome.
High out.
Thank you.
That's how I knew it wasn't mine. I
I
took the first episode. I was like, okay, we're in business now. We're here to play.
Starting with the best.
I had to look at the bottle. I can't remember the bottle, but I think 15.
Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome.
Mine was 13.7, so
13
point and a half less.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, I want to thank y'all all for what y'all do for Texas wines. I mean, y'all work hard. Y'all provide this, what he calls happy grape. Okay. And that's what I'm going to start calling it, as a happy grape.
Yes.
Yes,
Now, no, don't get his head already too much bigger than it already is. Okay?
So Will's talking
I
to
don't want to get
you.
bigger. I don't want to buy a new hat. My hat fits well.
But I mean, y'all do such a good job at this.
Great job.
I want to thank Chris, first off, for being our very first episode. And helping breaking us out in this.
He was patient.
That's my man.
He was patient with us.
Wow. And we want to thank you, Kristi and Andrew, also for being our very first, you see what I'm saying there? Winery, for just opening up barely. And then James over here, I mean,
Preparing your first 2 parts.
Well, actually, we just published the first 2 parts. The other 9 parts are coming out later in the year.
You know what I think
Serious? It's like a
OG
season. We're doing a season.
James now.
James.
Season 1.
OG stands for that old grumpy guy.
oh, listen to that.
Just a little grumpy.
Oh, it's breaking it up. Well,
In a good way.
we laughed really hard when we were with them. So, yeah, beautiful.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
I kept it somewhat clean.
Somewhat.
It was PG-13 nowadays, not when we were kids, but nowadays.
I don't have the flagging out on Apple Podcasts now.
We don't have a parental warning on the podcast?
Yeah,
Yes,
no warning.
yes.
Yeah, so, and yeah, it wasn't too bad. We just beeped it out. It was I think it was an F-bomb, but it doesn't really matter.
I'm willing to teach kids how to make alcohol if they'll come work in the vineyard.
That's right. Beautiful.
For some reason, I feel weird there when he just said that. He looked at me like this.
It's all about the eye
I don't think I did it quite like that.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Hey, well, so we probably should do like a mature thing here and ask for, normally we do takeaways, but maybe what are some of the takeaways? Did we learn anything today, Kristi and Andrew?
I think absolutely. It was so cool to do a side-by-side with Texas Tempranillos. Granted, they weren't the same vintage, but still. Everyone has different winemaking styles, but each of those Texas Tempranillos that I tried tasted so good and so smooth and so high quality, and we all have different styles. So I'm excited about Texas wine after tonight. For sure.
That's really cool, and that's my takeaway. Actually, was just the different years. I mean, that's such so important.
Director, North Texas wine.
Oh yes, North.
Man, listen to that.
You should be proud of that, though. You should be really proud of that. Absolutely, Andrew. How about yourself?
He's got food.
Caught you mouthful.
I couldn't tell who was what because I kind of sucked at that. But
Did you have some wine before you joined us?
I do know they're all good.
Yeah, they were good. Yahoo. Well, we're proud of you guys. You guys are doing something awesome up there. Seriously, I'm very impressed. Extremely impressed. Yes, Cynthia. Cyn, go ahead.
You know, I couldn't tell whose was what because they were all really good.
Well, I mean, it's not.
I took it right in his mouth.
Yeah.
But it's not fair. But you already came in with a glass of wine in your hand before everybody else did. So, I mean, you already tainted your taste buds.
That was Zinfandel. That didn't count.
That's just a fruit warmer, yeah.
But you had a good time, and it was fun for you to be part of this.
So good.
Yeah.
I love a Texas.
Does anybody here make a Zin besides me?
Very happy.
Bourbon barrel.
We just made.
Oh, you made a bourbon barrel?
Very nice.
19 also.
Okay.
Nice.
Very close.
Very nice.
Chris, how about you, bud? What's your takeaway?
Again, four fabulous Tempranillos, 3 of which were all from us, completely different oaking styles. That's
Yes.
probably why you knew it was French, American, Puerto Rican, coconut, whatever. I don't get to finish my own wine.
She's go get her.
You're married now. Yeah, get used to it.
Hers in that glass.
And my wife really likes Tempranillo enough.
I love it.
Anyway, I think it was cool. I was a little nervous going in this, being tricked into failing on picking my own wine, but I'd like to point out that
You did a good job.
I was the only one that got it right on the first go.
Yeah. So
Look at that look.
So that means next time we're going to take and pour your wine out and put something else in the bottle and let you try it there.
Yeah. And so, James, go ahead.
I originally read your message wrong. I thought we were going to bring 2 different bottles of Tempranillo. We were going to have like all
so
these
you
ones.
have
And I was
more
like, I thought it was going to be really hard.
Hold on.
I thought we were going to have 6 different Tempranillos here, not even the Rogue wine.
That's because you have 18.
I do make a lot of
She only had
Tempranillo.
one.
And so, but that's why I thought that. Because I was like, oh, this is going to be really tough. I got to pick out not just starting one of my Tempranillos, but 2 of my Tempranillos over all the years. And I'm like, man, especially if you would have come out yesterday and like trying to pick them blind where I would know. Because, I didn't take notes. So I was doing it all up here and I was just like,
Well, at least you said Tempranillo. Chris said Chardonnay in the text message.
Yes, he did.
Chris brings a Chardonnay. That'd be awesome.
Actually,
I just wasn't going to show up.
if you would have produced 4 Texas shards that were good, I would have been impressed.
That's a white wine.
Oh.
I'm gonna say that there's only one Chardonnay in the Texas that I feel is like the best Chardonnay is Grayson at RK. I mean,
He does it very well.
Agreed.
I'm
Agreed.
gauntlet down.
So here's my final question. So if we close our eyes and we moved all the glasses around and we did it all again in a different order, could we pick our own wines?
I can pick mine.
Yeah.
I can pick mine.
Yep. Okay. And could we now identify others' wines as well? By now.
I think I could pick the Rioja one out as well.
Okay, good.
I knew which one was mine. I had an idea which one was his, but I did switch years on the Rioja one.
I switched both those, yeah. That's a compliment, maybe. I don't know.
It's a very good compliment because, Rioja is where it's from.
I did the same thing. I switched them. Yeah.
That's great that you brought that in here to do that because, that was just perfect.
Yeah. All right, well, should we wrap this up again?
Yes. So
I thought we were just getting
since you
warmed
don't
up.
have the
Let's
quotes
go.
today, I've actually got the quotes for
I've
tonight.
got quotes on my phone, but you can do it today. I'll let you do it today.
I've actually get to do quotes today. Listen to this.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Quotes.
So this is for all you women out there, okay? Pour yourself a drink, put on some lipstick, and pull yourself together. Liz Taylor.
Elizabeth Taylor. That's perfect. All right.
And then,
how about one for the guys?
I don't know if this is for the guys,
Same
but it
one.
says age is just a number.
Can I text you guys?
You should have let me read it.
There you go.
And then this right here is age is just a number. It's irrelevant.
They're kicking us out.
Yeah, we're figuring this out. We're trying to hurry wrap this up, guys. All right, so the last one here is age is just a number. It's irrelevant unless, of course, you happen to be a bottle of wine.
Yeah, who?
Joan Collins.
Don't call it. You're picking feisty gals.
So, well,
All right.
you know,
Well, it's fun. Hi, everybody.
I want to thank everybody for coming out. We had a great time tonight.
Yeah.
This is the first time doing this, so we learned some lessons for the next time.
See everybody next Wednesday.
See everybody next Wednesday. So, hey, you know,
We know Texas Vino.
yeah, this is Will.
And it's Michael. Adios. Cheers.